Pokemon hobby has a very negative downside, and today I'm going to talk about a few things in the hobby to kind of warn new investors, because I know there's a lot of people in the Pokemon collecting and investing side of things that are pretty new and getting back into the hobby after being away, or just are completely brand new to everything. Before we get started, I just received these today, Surging Sparks booster bundles. I picked up 4 of them. I'm recording this the day before that Surging Sparks is officially released. But yeah, got those market price. Pretty cool. Anyways, the first thing I want to talk about is the toxicity in this, community, especially the investing side of things. There's so much, which is weird to me, because this is a hobby where we are literally collecting little pieces of cardboard, little cards here that are like this small, and it makes a lot of people have tough emotions. A lot of people are very toxic. I mean, just go look at my comment section sometimes. It's a war zone down there, and I don't get it. I mean, I do kind of get it. I said I don't get it, but I do kind of get it. It involves money. This is something that involves money, and that always drives emotions with people. I mean, you ask someone what their salary is, sometimes they don't really want to tell you. It's a personal thing. Money's a personal thing, especially when you're investing it. You want to know that your investments are good. And when someone like me makes a stupid little video and I'm like, you know what, I don't think this is a good buy, and someone has already bought a lot of it, they're probably not going to be very happy with me and leave a bad comment. But that's only something you'll really experience if you decide to create content about Pokemon. You're not going to constantly have people leaving hate comments to you if you don't make content. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that really is only a downside to, I guess, creators, but also if you're a viewer and you're reading comments, all this negativity there's no reason for it, in my opinion. There's no need to be so toxic to people. Like I said, I think it's because we're in a hobby where we're spending a lot of money that can just cause emotions. And that's kind of the second thing I want to talk about, is emotions are one of the downsides of this hobby. There's a lot of people, I think, I don't know people personally, right? But just from reading comments, sometimes there's a lot of people that are investing too much with emotion. You got to have a good, balance between whether you're buying stuff for straight up money, you're thinking money, that's what your brain's thinking, or you're buying stuff because of emotion. And that's kind of some of my advice to anyone new to the hobby that's watching this video, is you want to have fun with it, right? If you're new to it or you're coming back because you enjoyed Pokemon as a kid, you want to have fun with it. But also, if you're investing, you want to make the right plays with your money and think about what's going to make you the most money or appreciate the most in the future to sell and get the most return. And I'm not claiming to be perfect here. I make a lot of videos that I talk with emotion. I give my opinions, and I'm not afraid to give my opinions. I don't care if I get hate comments for it. I'd never claim to be a complete factual channel, never claim to be a complete unfactual channel. I'll give you a little bit of both, and I'm definitely not afraid to throw my opinions out there. I threw my opinions out on Surging Sparks when the card set list first released. Got a lot of hate for it, but I stand on my opinion that I do not like that special illustration rare in Surging Sparks of the Pikachu, and it looks just about the same as the full art version. So that's my opinion. I have the right to that. You guys have the right to disagree in the comments. But on the topic of emotion, I buy a lot of stuff just because I like Pokemon and I'm a collector, and maybe it's not the best investments. One of those things might be this Rayquaza VMAX from Silver Tempest I just got recently. PSA Gem Mint 10. It might be an okay investment later in the future, but I'm not saying to go out and buy all of these. It's one thing that I wanted in my collection. I at least wanted this card. I came across this PSA 10 that was a little bit under market, and I was like, you know what? Let's just buy the PSA 10 version. And that's perfectly okay to do. It's just you don't want every purchase to be like that. Be like, you know what? I kind of just want that. I'm going to buy it and call that an investment. You really want your investments to be stuff that you are 100% confident in, that are going to make you money in the future. That's kind of the point of investing. If it's not that, you're more collecting. And that's another thing I've seen some creators talk about. I'm not going to call anyone or say any names, but some people are like, you're not an investor unless you are spending X amount of money. That's just not the case. Investment, the literal definition of investing is the act of putting money into an asset or project with the expectation of earning a profit or generating income. It doesn't matter how much money you spend, an investment is an investment, whether it's a $26 booster bundle box or a $600 case of booster boxes. That's a dumb argument I've been seeing, and once again, I think it's just money and ego. Like they want to have some guys want to have the term investor to themselves because they spend more money than others. That's just another weird little ego thing. Like I don't get that at all. But this whole video is pretty much just a rant. I think it's all true. It's not even just my comment section. You go to anybody that's talking about Pokemon and is actually like giving their opinions, you're going to have a lot of toxic, or not a lot, but it seems like a lot, but it's more the vocal minority, because my videos will have like 25 likes and maybe 5 bad comments. So, it's maybe just the vocal minority. And with all content, everything on the internet, you're going to have people that are negative, that are going to leave hate comments. Most of the time, like I have a channel back here with over 100,000 subscribers. It actually has over 300,000 subscribers. I get a ton of hate comments. It's not just Pokemon. I can deal with constructive criticism comments, but on the internet, you're not going to find that very often. And I've noticed that with this niche of the internet as well, the Pokemon niche. It's just funny to me that this is like a hobby that is marketed towards kids. It's for, adults and teenagers, don't get me wrong, but Pokemon is very much still marketing a lot of their audience as kids. And we have some very toxic people in this for whatever reason. That's what I would say is the downside of the Pokemon collecting and investing space. And I do believe it all stems from the money perspective, especially if it's someone like me just throwing my opinion out here and saying, yeah, I wouldn't buy that, and somebody else has bought a lot of it. They're probably not going to be very happy with my opinion, and they have the right to disagree, as always, as I have the right to give my opinion. So I talked a lot about hate comments, but my main point of this video I want to say is, for anybody new, just try not to invest too much with emotion. It's very hard. I still do it. Like I just showed you, I buy this card, it's an investment, but I bought it because I like Rayquaza and it looks cool. That's definitely an emotion right there. However, on the other hand, Surging Sparks is a set that I specifically said, not my cup of tea. I don't really love a lot of these Pikachu cards inside of it. The Latios, I don't really care for. I do like the Alolan Executor cards, as well as that Hydreigon card, the SAR. So there's a few cards I like, but overall, I don't love the set. But just because I emotionally don't like it doesn't mean I am blind to the fact that it's still a good investment. You see the hype. So I bought some booster bundles. I bought some Pokemon Center Elite Trainer boxes, bought a couple normal Elite Trainer boxes, and I got some booster boxes that hopefully should show up tomorrow. And that's just because I know I can make money. I know when I pre-ordered my boxes, I could instantly sell them and make $40 per box as soon as I receive them. Just because I don't like the set doesn't mean I'm not going to buy it, or I'm going to completely ignore all the hype for this set. And I'm not claiming to be perfect with any of these things. Like I've said multiple times, I do buy stuff emotionally still, and I'm just trying to give examples out here to maybe some people that are new to the hobby. So that's all I got today. A little rant about the negatives of the Pokemon hobby. As always, leave your opinions in the comments down below, and I'll see you next video.